works as logistic as well, but he just do local logistics, not cross-border. But he do got some friends overseas, right? So I asked my daddy to ask for a uncle in US to collect the Thomas bag for me and then ship together in his container. So the Thomas bag finally arrived at my home with $6,000. It's still okay, right? Is it? Compared with the 10,000, right? And afterwards, I start to ask that uncle to collect every parcel that I bought. Because I found out that clothing, toys, sneakers, handbags, shoes, whatever I buy from overseas is much cheaper than Hong Kong. You guys agree? Is it? It's almost, right? So I start my business at a corner in my dad's warehouse. You can see tons of paperwork. So how I start? I just start a Facebook page with 0 likes. That's 5 years ago, 0 likes, okay? But then it's so funny. I start to order toys, order clothing to Hong Kong, and then start selling it. But unfortunately, it doesn't work. Why is it not working? Because when I buy clothing with yellow color, some customer asks for red. When I buy clothing with kid size 5, somebody asks for 6. So I have to do pre-order, but not stocking. If I stock something there, it's just don't sell. So afterwards, I think of gathering parcels all from overseas and then ship to Hong Kong. It's like a post office, I guess. So I can gather all the parcels, send in pilots, so I can get cheaper shipping, even cheaper than post office. And then I just share the shipping cost with my customer. So I changed my business model to logistic instead of selling. And then in 1 week time, there are 200 parcels without any system. Okay, just Facebook page. Okay, I start to share my US address out, and then everybody's ordering things, and then we collect stuff from US. What do people buy normally? Like Coach handbags, like A&F t-shirts. Okay, people are ordering things all around US, and then we collect the parcel and then ship in pilot to Hong Kong. And there is no staff at all, just myself. So I'm the only one doing overnight. You can see my hands with black hands, which just Edwin just mentioned, I was a flight attendant. It's a very big construct. I never pulled the pilot around street before. I was pulling a beautiful luggage with red uniform, and then in just 1 month's time, I become pulling pilots around the street. I did cry in the street because I feel a bit stressed when I was pulling that pilot around street because a lot of traffic in front of me and I can't pull that pilot. And then some uncles in the street were like, whoa, girls pulling pilots. That was a bit stressed, and then I was standing in the street, in the middle of the street crying. I was thinking what exactly I am doing. But when the customer come up to collect the parcel, they are really happy. Because when they buy a pair of New Balance, which costs 2,000 something in Hong Kong, but they can get $800 from US. So the shipping costs them just $50 or $70. So their happiness gives me passion. First start my company, I went to the bank to start a company account. They reject me.
Oh.
Yes, they reject my company account. I was having my baby on my hand. A simple t-shirt and a shorts, and then with a baby on my hand to do the interview of the bank, and they reject me. And then the lady there was, your company making 50,000 per month? No way, like that, okay? So it's kind of weird, and then I keep on calling and ask why they reject my account, but there are no response. And then I know starting a company account in Hong Kong right now is not easy, but you still have to go ahead, right? There are tons of banks. This bank not okay, the other one. So
you don't mind being COVID, being trial and actually just try.
Yeah, just keep on trying. And even nowadays, after 5 years time, some media are saying I'm making a lot of money. But it's just, I can say that it's just what you see in front of me, but at the bottom, I'm doing a lot of hard work. And I'm still, I cannot say it's suffering, but I'm just still going through the entrepreneur times.
I see you enjoy every time, actually. Yeah.
There is a great big movement around 4 years ago as well, because one of the customer become my technology engineer. CTO, yeah. He start my website, app, etc. So I don't have to send email one by one to the customer.
Wait, before how did you do it? You
I use
yourself
Google
doing
Drive,
it?
yes.
Google Drive, and then you handle all the customers?
Yes.
Without a system?
Without any system.
Okay.
Yes. You can think of the way is like that. When you order a parcel and send to US warehouse, there is a Google form for you to fill in with the local tracking number, maybe UPS or FedEx tracking number, so I will know there is a parcel on the way to my warehouse. And you got nothing. All you have to do is just fill in the blanks, and then within 2 or 3 weeks, if the parcel is still not there, you can contact me. But if within that 2-3 weeks, please don't contact me because I'm the only one. Okay, so when the parcel arrived, I tidy up all the parcel myself, and then I have to send out the email one by one to each customer, telling you the postage and where to collect and how size and weight, etc. So I'm doing like 200 to 300 emails per night, all by myself. So I was only one before.
How long was that period?
Half year.
And you resigned as the air stewardess to this hell?
Yes.
To actually help out people?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think people can be really happy if they get a parcel from overseas and it's cheap. So I'm actually start everything because of happiness, but not in terms of money.
But a very interesting thing actually is you change model a lot. In startup we actually call it pivot. You change the direction. You used to be called USA Direct. Now you're in 8 countries and different things and so on. So what made you change, and then don't you feel secure or insecure when you change?
In the first time I changed my model from selling to logistics, right?
Yeah.
That's the trend, because I'm just a mom. All I see in front of me is handbags, shoes, kid stuffs, but I don't know about sneakers. I don't know about collectibles. I don't know about gadgets. So what other people buy, they were buying everything. I remember there is a customer which is so funny. He bought a piece of a horse model, a small model which is a horse. And then when he collect the parcel, he explained like half an hour to me how special that horse is, okay? So in terms of selling, I think no one sitting here would love to sell a horse, right? You don't even know what the horse is. But there are really people who love to buy whatever they like. So in terms of logistics, they can buy whatever they like and I don't have to pay anything. So the model runs really fast, faster than selling. And then nowadays I found out that after 5 years time, there are a lot of competitors coming out. There were mostly Chinese logistic giants who can, they market the price a few dollars cheaper than me. And it's really a big hit for me. So I'm thinking, at first I'm thinking about the marketing model. In fact, at the 2016, they startup Elevator World Tour, they asked me to pitch in 60 seconds for the next model that I want to do. And it's funny that 2 years ago, I've already pitched the same thing. It's the marketing lead model. And I didn't do that because I have to revamp all the website, everything, so I didn't start that 2 years ago. But nowadays, I think it's time to start, because when people start buying things, they have to know what they exactly can buy. Because nowadays, if you think of something, maybe you want to buy an iPhone, if you find that Hong Kong is cheaper than China, then you may buy it in Hong Kong. But if nobody tells you a pair of sneakers is limited edition, or Supreme is having a new version of luggage box, if nobody tells you, you may not know, right? So I'm thinking that marketing lead is the front line before logistics. So I have to go through that side. And there are tons of influencers. Actually, all my customers are influencers. They were selling what they like. Everybody have their own style, right? So I move forward. I can't say it's a change of business model. I can say it's an upgrade of my business model, because it's the next step. It's a front line first to attract more people to know the price differences, the style differences. So it's an upgrade. It's not a change.